Alright, so we're here in the new truck, and the factory radio that came in this thing is not going to suit my needs at all. I'm extremely happy with everything else on the truck. It's exactly what I want, but the stereo is subpar. It's got no XM, it's got no satellite, it's got no navigation, it's just basically no CD player. It's just AM, FM, Bluetooth basically is all it is, and it's not going to cut anything for what I want. So that being said, I have a whole new package that's going in, and I'm going to document the entire installation here, and it should turn out just fine. What it is an iDatalink system for the F-150. I have a head unit. It's a Kenwood, let's see here, DNX995S, and I've had this for a while, and it should fit perfectly and interface just fine with this new truck. This is a kit that will allow me to use it. You can see how it allows the double DIN system in there, and you can see the difference there with that panel versus this one. So this all gets yanked out, this all goes in. You need it's called an iDatalink. It's a little interface module to incorporate the HVAC system, and it's right here. I already have it flashed with the new correct firmware for this 2020 model of vehicle, and I have all of the wiring done for the connector for the stereo and to interface with the harness and everything. So it's just 100% plug and play. These connectors plug in to the factory connections, along with this one for the backup camera, which has a connection here for, well, it says right there, backup camera. And then the stereo itself has a connection that says, where is it at? Rear view camera. So it just hooks right to that. So I'm going to get going here with tearing this all out, getting all this stuff in, and you can follow along on the journey with me here, and we'll see how it turns out. Alright, everything is installed and slaved in. I want to turn on power and make sure everything is good before I snap everything together, and I have to get the head unit obviously mounted and, you know, brackets installed, but I want to make sure this actually works and functions before I snap everything in, hook it all up. So, or it's already hooked up. Snap it in and get everything secured, I should say. So let me get the battery hooked back up and we will see what happens. Hopefully nothing blows up. Alright, battery's hooked up, nothing exploded, so let's see what kind of results we get. Put the key in, turn it on. We get all this jazz. Hey, got power. Oh. We got audio. There you go. Let's go to navigation. Ready to navigate. Alright, it's got the elevation, so it's acquired satellites, and so navigation's working. Let's do, go back to home here. Let's do sources. Let's do disk. I believe I have a disk in there. I think it's Weird Al, actually. Hey, there you go. Disk works.
Once there was this kid who took a trip to see.
What about let's see, controls from the steering wheel? Let's see if that works. Hey, that works. Let's see here. We'll go back to home. And what else do we have here? Oh, XM radio. Let's try. I've already got it activated and everything, so let's see if that works.
Find the SiriusXM app in the App Store or call 844-711-1800 or visit SiriusXM.com/app to find out more.
This is Trey Anastasia.
All channels.
For legendary live performance. The thing that I like the most is
let's
that
go
everybody
back.
says yes to every idea.
And on-stage improvisation.
When I walk on stage, I train myself to go completely blank.
Dive into their weird and
There, 90's on 9. Let's just do
with
that.
exclusive commentary and shows.
Channel unavailable. So
A lot more preparation than might be seen.
I'm gonna have to get a refresh signal sent, so no big deal. But it's picking up the preview channel, so we know the antenna's working and all that. So I'll get a refresh signal hooked up or sent to me, and that should fix the XM. So it looks like everything's good. I have to test the USB, but I know for a fact I've got it hooked up, so I'm confident that we're good to go. So let me get this all finalized and installed and back together, and we'll do another test. So here we go. Well, final installation is complete. I did have to take this back apart for the controls for the air conditioning because when you first turned it on, it'd be on the minimum setting, and as soon as you turned it one click, it'd go full setting. You turn it back one click, it'd go minimum setting, one click full setting. So it only had two options, full blast or minimum. So it turned out that when I took this apart to swap the controls over from the other faceplate to this plate, I took that gear off of there and got it off by two teeth. So I had to take it back apart, take the gear off, move it back 2 teeth, and put it back, and now I got full range. Everything works the way it's supposed to. So I've also got some data loaded on USB number 1, USB number 2 is an iPhone cable, so we'll make sure that this works and make sure the iPhone works. Make sure the disc works, make sure navigation, make sure XM, make sure the data link information is good. So we'll give it one final test here and we'll fire this up and see what happens. Let's take this off of here real quick.
Music.
There we go. Okay.
Favorite teams, or the programs, entertainment, or news you listen
All
to
right.
every morning. Get Sirius XM.
Here we
and
go.
Get the radio you
Let's
love,
agree.
coast to coast. Call 844-711.
Let's turn this on.
Or go to SiriusXM.com.
And you can see here now I have full range. Everything
XM presents. There's a channel dedicated.
full range, it works just fine. We can go to max AC and it goes full blast. Turn this back down. So all the controls work for that. The auto shutoff works the way it's supposed to. The traction control turns on and off the way that it's supposed to. The steering wheel controls work the volume, and everything else works the way it's supposed to. I got my microphone routed around for the hands-free. Let's still leave that off. All right, so first let's go back to disk. All right, so disk works. Don't have any audio through the menu here. Home. Let's go to navigation. Ready to navigate. The time is incorrect. Oh, the time is correct. Sorry, the time's correct. Correct elevation. Correct way we're facing. So the data is correct off of the the GPS antenna to the left and the XM antenna to the right. It just goes down through here into the radio. So navigation's good. Regular radio is good.
No, plus $10,000. Just buy a ticket, scratch, or scan non-winning
WebLink is for it's an application on your phone that you can use your phone to play stuff through the radio. So we don't got to really worry about WebLink. We will go. Bluetooth is already set up for my phone. It's set up for the iPhone because this was in my other Mustang before I traded it in. I took all this out of it, so it's already all set up for equalizer and everything. I don't have Pandora. I don't care about Wave. I don't have Spotify. Apple CarPlay. We'll have to plug my iPhone in here, and that will verify that USB number 2 is working. All right, I got the charge light. Let's see what happens here. I don't know if you have to select Apple CarPlay or if you have to, if it recognize the phone, if you have to. Okay, see, it says WebLink would like to communicate with, okay, allow, connected. Okay, WebLink, let's see what that, using WebLink from iPhone is not supported with this USB port. Interesting. So we'll try the other one, but before we do that, let's go back here. Let's test the media input off the USB. We just got to have some music videos on here. Hey, it works. And I can hit the button on the control here to change it.
When I wake up,
if you change your mind,
take a chance.
I'm the first in line.
Take a chance.
Honey, I'm still free.
So let's go back here. Home. Let's go to the radio. And let's swap the two USBs here. And plug the iPhone in this one, see what happens. WebLink would like to connect, we'll hit allow. It says connected. And go home here. And it says exit web link. What happens if we hit telephone? Now that brings up a telephone. Let's go back. Disconnected. Allow. Connected. There we go. Apple CarPlay. So it's everything appears to be good. I guess I have to use this USB for the Apple CarPlay. The other one here, I guess, let's see if I can use that one for the media. Okay. So let's go home. And USB. Video content cannot be played while Apple CarPlay is active. Okay, so let's turn that shit off. Hey, it works. Alright, so this appears to be 100% operational. And that's great. This is, you know, so much better than obviously what was in there before. It's pretty cool to leave this screen up. As you drive around, the car moves with the compass. It can actually go to the vehicle info, and you can see I'll open the door, and it shows the door. If I go back and I go to gauges, there it goes. You can see it's got the active RPM. It's got the temperatures and fuel, how much percentage of fuel you have. This is all pretty neat. So of course all this stuff is in here as well, but it's easier to just hit the button on here and see it without having to cycle through 10,000 buttons to get to it on here. Yeah, so I'm happy, and there it is. Everything worked out great, looks perfect, fit great. Installation was a breeze, and I'm happy with the turnout. So, you know, for those that were interested, thanks for watching. If you weren't interested, obviously you didn't watch, so it is what it is. So that's it, and see you guys next time. Well, I forgot to show the backup camera. That's working too. So if I go to reverse, there it is. Got the lines and everything. Go back into park, and it goes back to this. So that's it. One last thing, forgot to show that.